It's now time for NRG This Week. NRG stands for Network Referral Group. To learn more about NRG, go to their website, NRG.Online. It's now time for another episode of NRG This Week.
Hey everybody, I'm Leon Thomas with Mike Weiner. Welcome to a special holiday edition of NRG This Week. NRG stands for Network Referral Group, the premier business networking organization in the world. To learn more about NRG, go to NRG.Online. I'm here with NRG CEO and founder Mike Weiner. Hi Mike, how are you?
Hey Leon, I am doing super groovy. How are you?
Oh, uh-oh, that's super groovy. Super groovy. Mike, happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays to you, Leon. How was your Christmas?
Everything is right on, right on. I hope your Hanukkah celebration is as well.
Absolutely. We got Hanukkah tonight and we had Christmas yesterday, so it's all great. Lots of festive time and fun with the family.
Yeah, great, great. If you're watching the show live, go ahead and give us a comment. Let us know you're watching, but also let us know if you have any special holiday traditions that you and your family do around this time. We'd love to hear about it. And remember, you can learn more about NRG by going to their website, nrg.online. Mike, we're not supposed to talk about sports, but since our producer, Dr. J, is from Pittsburgh and they lost yesterday, and the Ravens just blew out the Houston Texans, we're going to talk about sports for like 30 seconds. And I'll just say one thing additionally: go Ravens.
You know what, Leon, in what's it, 11 days or so, the Ravens won 3 games and things changed quite a bit. They're now atop the AFC North in first place, 1 game to go, and I'm hearing Lamar screaming Super Bowl, so I'm excited. I'm excited.
Let's just make sure we don't choke against the Cleveland Browns next Sunday. That's the biggest thing we need to focus on, making sure we don't choke.
I agree with you. They lost already to the Browns this year. It's a division rival. So I think Lamar and Derrick Henry, Mark Andrews, what a great run yesterday. I think they're going to take care of business, Leon. They're going to go into the playoffs, and I think I think Kansas City is they're hearing noise. They're hearing noise from us.
Ooh, Kansas City is hearing noise from us. Wow. We'll talk about that more later on. We'll talk about that later. So, Mike, tell me what all's good coming up with NRG. Tell us some good things that are happening.
Ooh, man, I am so fired up. We're taking a little break right now in respect to the holidays. We want everyone to go have some downtime and some fun time. But the new year is going to be amazing. We've got the NRG University, we've got a new website, both being introduced in January. We've got a revenue share for all the members now, and we've got the opportunity as a member to win a free cruise paid for by NRG. It's a 7-day cruise, and there's going to be details coming out on it, but we already know Aruba is on the destination. It's going to be 1 week. We're going to have an event at the beginning of the cruise and the end, and then everyone's going to have a lot of fun. So, for details on that, reach out to me. The number's there: 443-756-9656. But Leon, it's going to be a great year. Revenue share, opportunity to win a cruise, opportunity to be on the Hall of Fame, NRG Bucks. I'm flat out excited. 25 years next month, Leon, and the sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. And I came up with a quote: 2025 is the year of manifestation. Mike Weiner quote for the new year.
Mike Weiner says it's the year of manifestation. We're looking forward to it happening. So let me give a rundown again. So we have a new website that's going to go live in January. We
Yes,
have NRG University, where folks are going to be able to go and NRG members are going to go to be able to get some education, right? Business related education,
absolutely.
right? You have
Yep.
NRG Bucks, you have the NRG Cruise, right? The Hall of Fame. And then there's also a lifetime membership available too, right?
We've got, tell you what, and your company, your organization, Leon, is our newest lifetime member, and we're stoked about that. Stoked's my new word, by the way. We're going to be doing a quarterly Zoom, quarterly Zoom. I've got three to four companies, Leon, that we're in conversations with that will be joining your organization and our other company, and I've got to get them on NRG this week. But it's amazing, Leon, and appreciate the friendship. You and I go back a minute and a half, and you guys are also helping to do the videos for the university, and that's been a lot of fun. You've kind of gotten a sneak peek, and you guys are doing the production for it, the Leon Thomas Group, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's been a vision for 15 years, and you know what? If you're out there watching, you got to manifest greatness and abundance, and believe that you can do it.
Right on. Believe it. Believe it can happen. And Mike, thank you for having us as your partner in that Leon Thomas Group. We're your partner in all things virtual. To learn more about
Absolutely.
LTG, go to our website. That's theleonthomasgroup.com. You can email me, Leon, at theleonthomasgroup. So, Mike, a lot of things happening in 2025 for Network Referral Group. Now, I want everyone to know that you can attend an NRG meeting to check it out and see what all happens at an NRG meeting. And even, Mike, when someone, a visitor, comes to an NRG meeting, they leave with referrals, right?
Absolutely. And the meetings will be picking back up on Thursday, January 2nd. Really excited. I guess that's a week from today. They actually, absolutely, Leon, that you're correct. They get three referrals on the spot, name and cell number. And then once they join, you know the drill. They get 23, and that may be increased to 30. I'm looking at
Wow.
even more value in the new year. So NRG continues to grow for our members, and we want to give you guys the best we have. So that's in the works, Leon, but that will probably be in fruition come January for the new members.
And again, folks, you can contact Mike directly. His cell number, send him a text at 443-756-9656. Again, the number 443-756-9656, or shoot him an email. That's Mike Weiner. His email address is mike at networkreferralgroup.com. Now, Mike, we've talked a lot about what's coming up in 2025. But I know many businesses, many folks still have an opportunity to close some sales in this year, in 2024. Let's talk about some aspects of closing the sale. What are some things that need to be done to close deals, to close sales? Give us some ideas there, Mike. What needs to happen to close sales?
You know, Leon, it's such a great question. We've got 1 week to go, and what you've got to realize is that there's a lot of advantages to doing business now, and that's what you need to get across to your clients. The number one is the tax write-off, so that if the business does business with you before the end of the year, and I've got a handful of members, same thing that I'm thinking about. So you need to clearly identify who your prospects are. That do you want them as clients now, or you're going to carry them into the new year. So the other thing, if you're, let's say maybe you're a copier company or furniture and you want to get that installed now, if it's still practical to do that, encourage the client to do business now. Maybe the rates are going up and things like that. And take care of business now so that it's not left into the new year. A lot of times companies procrastinate, people procrastinate. So you can encourage them, hey, why don't we get it done now? And there may be a price increase, or maybe delays in delivery. You never know what things are going to happen, The tax write-off is also very big. And you know what? For a business, maybe it's a year to close out more business and increase your revenues for the year. We talk about law of attraction, but in the end all, companies need to be profitable to stay in business. I know that, you know that, we all recognize that. So what I would do, I had made a list right before the holiday. I'm still contacting those folks, Leon. It's important to know who your prospects are, why you're going to contact them, and then implement that. And you should be able to pick up some incremental sales at the end of the year. We've still got 1 week to go.
hmm And folks, again, you're watching NRG this week. I'm Leon Thomas with NRG CEO and founder Mike Weiner. We're talking about closing the sale. If you're watching here live on December 26th at 10:10 a.m., leave us a comment. Let us know that you're watching. Tell us some things about your company. Maybe even put a link in the comments to your company so others can see it. We'd love to know that you are watching. Mike, one thing I want to ask you about when it comes to closing a sale. One of the things that happens a lot in sales is you go through your presentation, have your conversation and all that, and then you get to the point where you basically say, do you want to buy? And maybe you've done a series of trial closes throughout your presentation, and then folks give you some pushback, they give you some objections. What are some of the best ways to handle objections?
What you need to do with objection, I love that question, Leah. What you need to do with objections is figure out what the objection is. And maybe they say it's time, it's money, whatever. What I usually do with that when they say, well, it's a time thing, I'm not sure if we can get it done this year. What I normally do is I say, is that the only objection you have? You've got to isolate the objections, kind of like peeling the onion, and then work with them through that. And they may say, well, I don't know if the copier can be delivered at this point. Well, you could always say, if we could get it done, you could get the tax write off, it could be delivered. It doesn't necessarily have to be hooked up and trained, people are off, but at least you've addressed what the concern is. If you address it and then they hit you with another one, you have not isolated the objection. When you say, is that the only one? If they say there's more, find out what all of them are. Is that are we now done? Is there any other objections that you have? You've got to have a handle on what the objections are so that they don't continue to fire objections at you. And Leon, that's been a really good way that I've done that over the years, and it works beautifully.
Mike, one of the things that I was taught, and that's great that you are identifying what they are and making sure you find out if there are more, right? One of the things that I was taught when I did hotel sales was that you should anticipate what some of those objections might be, as in you're doing a scouting report. We talked about sports, what will they do if a zone is played? Will they do if a man-to-man is played? What should you anticipate? And I think often in business, we should anticipate what some of the objections are so that going into it, we know when I say, do you want to buy? They're probably going to say, well, and then you're ready to go, boom, I got an answer for that. I got an answer for that, right? How do you come up with that list of the possible objections?
A lot of that comes from experience. So you have them written out, and maybe you address them when you're going through the middle of it and say, common concerns that our clients have been A, B, and C, and this is how we've handled those. If you have those concerns, this is what we're going to do. So you're proactive. You show the client that you're insightful, that you've done this before, because successful people want to deal with other successful people. If they perceive you as a rookie and not knowing what you're doing, you're not going to have the credibility. That's why it's important to sell the product or service, the company, and yourself. If you are the company, that's fine. Give them some history on that, but anticipate what those are. Another really good question to say, is there anything stopping you from moving forward? That's a great question, because that will isolate what that objection is. And if they just say, I need to think about it, because that's one that comes up a lot. What I normally say is, may I ask you a question? They go, of course. I say, that question comes up a lot. What in particular would you like to think about? Because I've had other clients that have had those concerns, and I've been able to help them work through that. And then thankful that we were able to work together and get the deal done.
Yeah. Mike, I love the one, particularly that entire response that you gave, but I also love the one where you said, bring it up in advance before they ask, right? We've had other clients like you that have asked about, that have this, that have talked about this. So here's what we want to talk about, right? To bring it up, to go ahead and say, I know what you're thinking and I want to address it in advance, to let them know you're the pro, right? This isn't your first
Absolutely.
rodeo. You've done this before, and that you're confident in what you're doing. Now, Mike, we just talked about closing the sale. When we come back from break, we're going to talk about setting goals for 2025. We're near the end. 2024 is winding down, just 6, 7 more days left in 2024. Let's talk about goal setting when we come back. I first want to give a shout out to Arlene George. I saw a comment up there from Arlene who said that Mike runs a professional and effective networking organization. Thank you, Arlene, for your comment. Appreciate that. Thank you,
Really.
Mike. Yes. And if you want to learn more about this professional and effective networking organization, go to NRG.Online. We'll give you some more contact information and continue our conversation with NRG CEO and founder Mike Weiner right after this short break. You're watching NRG This Week.
At Rod's Car Repairs, we work on all cars, old cars, new cars, and your car. Car Repairs by Rod.io.
Baked by Brianna has been your Baltimore hometown bakery since 1969. Located in Ruxton Plaza, Baked by Brianna. Visit bakedbybrianna.io.
From the creative team that brought you The Browning Project and Dead by Morning comes a new thriller that will change the way you look at white-collar crime forever. Falling from the Sky.
Water. It's everywhere. We drink it, we bathe with it, we cook with it. Coffee's made with water. Toilets won't flush without it. It's used for washing clothes, dishes, utensils, pots, pans, floors, and our teeth. Plants and crops need water, animals drink it, and fish need it too. And don't forget, we can have a lot of fun in the water. Water. What would we do without it?
I'm Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group. Podcast, virtual events, webinars, streaming shows, and so much more. We want to be your partner in all things virtual.
Welcome back to NRG This Week. I'm Leon Thomas with NRG CEO and founder Mike Weiner. The commercials, advertisements that you just saw were all developed by members of the Leon Thomas Group team. And if we can help you in your advertising in any ways to promote your business through advertising, videos, video learnings, or to manage your virtual event, please let us know. Get in touch with me. You can reach me through our website, theleonthomasgroup.com, or you can send me an email. My email address is leon@theleonthomasgroup.com. Back here with NRG This Week with CEO and founder Mike Weiner. To get in touch with Mike to learn more about NRG, go to NRG.Online or call Mike, text Mike. His phone number is 443-756-9656. NRG, that's Network Referral Group, the world's premier business networking organization. Mike, at the top of the show, we talked about a lot of things that are going on with NRG in 2025. Give us a rundown of those, please, before we get into how to set goals. Give us some of those goals that NRG has and some of the plans that you have for 2025.
So 2025, mid-January, Leon, I've been doing this 25 years. We've got for the new members coming in and the existing members, we have a revenue share. This is unheard of in the networking arena. We have you are able to qualify for a cruise paid for by NRG. You can bring your significant other. We've got the Hall of Fame. When you hit a certain level, you're going to go in the NRG Hall of Fame. We've got NRG Bucks. There's so much more. We've got the NRG University. We've got a new NRG website. Both of those are coming in January. The opportunities are going to be huge. If you're part of an organization that's not getting it done or you're new to networking, reach out to me. I'd love to have a conversation. And you also have the ability to be a guest on NRG this week, which we normally do Wednesday. We've got a special time today, obviously, with the holidays. So lots going on in NRG land. Mike Weiner is flat out excited. I'm stoked. And the big goal is for NRG to take 100 members with significant others. So we have 200 people there. Imagine all of us being on a cruise ship together, having networking events, having food together, networking, just hanging around the pool, having a good time, and enjoying life the way that it's supposed to be. So reach out, become part of this amazing organization.
Right on, Mike. A lot of good things happening. A lot of good things happening moving into 2025 for NRG. You mentioned a lot there, and I know that one of the things that you and I have talked about a lot because we've known each other a minute or two, right? We've
Exactly.
talked about goals. And what are some things that folks should think about as they start thinking about their business goals for 2025?
So what you want to do, and you know what, people put stuff in computers. I'm old school. Get a notebook, title it 2025 goals, put your name on there, open it up. And what I would do first is brainstorm everything you want to do for the year. Fresh, it's a new year, it's fresh. I keep hearing people say, well, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. And something I learned in the law of attraction is you didn't do that up until now. It's a new year. 2025 is the year of manifestation. So write your goals down and then pick your three biggest goals, separate sheet of paper for each of them, brainstorm how you're going to get there. You have to have a goal, it has to have a timeline. What date is it going to be completed? Or otherwise, it's not a goal, it's just a dream. It's fairyland. And one thing I hear all the time is, well, I've got it in my head. That's not good enough. By writing it down, you're using many of your senses. You're writing it so you see it. Maybe you speak it as you write it, so you're using your hearing, and it's visual. So there's several of the senses. I think I said that twice, but that's good. You want repetition. The more you can repeat it, you've got to buy into that goal. What I learned with law of attraction, you don't go to the dream comes to you. See the dream already manifested and then bring it to yourself, and you will accomplish those goals.
And Mike, as it relates to goal setting, what I hear some folks doing is they wait until the new year starts and then they spend January setting the goals. So now they say, I want to do this, and then they get really detailed in some things and start coming up with reasons why they can't. So, first of all, they wait until January to start thinking about the goals. Next, they say, well, if you take away all the holidays and holiday weeks and the vacation time, and nobody works between Thanksgiving and Christmas anyway, and Thanksgiving and all the holidays in December, nobody's working anyway. That really only gives me 9 months to reach my goals, and it's already February, so I really only have 8 months to reach my goals. And I go, wait, no, 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 no. You should have started thinking about this in like October or November. But even if you didn't think about it then, even if January 1st becomes your goal setting day, it's never too late, right? It's never too late to start setting goals,
Yep,
is it?
yep, yep. So, Leanne, you remind me of a quote with people. You can make money or you can make excuses, but you can't make both. And, by waiting to January, you've already screwed up. I'm going to be blunt. You've already screwed up January. Those goals need to be done in November and December. And if you are taking a little bit of time off between the holidays, that's fine. But have those goals ready to go by January 1. What that is, Leon, is a sophisticated, smart way in their mind of being smart, but they're procrastinating. All it is an excuse to procrastinate. And remember that quote: "You can make money or you can make excuses, but you can't make both." Those goals need to be done. I've already written my goals in November, a little bit into December. That big thing for the cruise, that's my big goal of the year, because 100 people on that ship, that's gonna and I'll just put it out there. They bring 15 in. That's qualifying them for the cruise. That's 1,500 new members. That's a big, lofty goal, Leon. We've not been there yet, but that doesn't mean we can't be there. For the goal to get bigger, you've got to look at Michael Jackson, man in the mirror, woman in the mirror. What can I do better this year? Don't worry about the past. Move forward. And if you believe, whatever you believe, God or that source is behind you, you're going to be able to move mountains. You can absolutely, I know now it sounds like a Celine Dion song. You can move mountains, whatever that song was. But, Leon, I talk with attitude and vigor. I picked up a little more swag. That's from the gym. You got to have swag. One last thing on closing that I didn't talk about: mix some humor in. People love humor. There's times where I'm back and forth and I'll go, how can you say no to this charismatic guy? Mix in humor. It works. People love humor. When a guy takes a woman out on a date, if he's funny, that's half the battle. And Leon, humor goes across all walks of life. And if you can get someone laughing, there's times, Leon, I get a person on Zoom and they look like they sucked on a pickle. There's no smile. And my whole goal is to make them laugh. And 99 out of 100 times I do. I'll give them something. It may be corny, it may be funny, it may be whatever, but I'm like, Leon, I'm going to wear them down. They are going to laugh before the Zoom is over. So mix in humor. I didn't mean to go back, but just thought about that. That if that helps anybody, then it was well worth the price of admission, right?
Right on. I like it. I like it. Suck on a pickle. Ooh, that's a yucky face. Yeah, yeah. The one I used to say is, it looks like somebody stole your last bowl of cereal with chips.
Oh
You know,
my Lord!
cereal
Wow, I
potato
like that
chips.
too.
That's not a good look there. Cereal and
Yep,
Mike,
yep.
can you give me that pickle look again? Can you give me that pickle look? Yeah.
I see. I can't do it because it takes more muscles to frown than to smile. And you know what I learned from law of attraction? If you're in a bad mood, flat tire, whatever, the kid did this, did that, spouse, you know what? Smile. A smile can change. It will change your whole day. And Leon, I've been on Zooms before. I had a rough morning, and as soon as I get on Zoom, hey Leon, how are you? Hope you had a great weekend. Mine was great. And you're thinking my weekend was not that great, but you got to push forward. Life is going to throw you all kinds of punches. It's how you handle them. You know, it's just amazing. You just got to keep moving forward, like Rocky Balboa says.
Right on. Keep it moving. Mike, I have a goal for you. There's a goal that I would like to have achieved this year in 2025. We talked about it in 22. We came
Mm-hmm.
close to it in 23. We didn't come close in 24. But in 25, we're going to make this happen. We want you to come and be our special guest at the youth racquetball program that I operate, called Racquetball Revival. replay at the Northeast Regional Rec Center in Parkville. To learn more about Racquetball Revival, go to our website. That's racquetballrevival.com. Mike, we got to get you out to play with the kids at Racquetball Revival. But wait, I'm even going to drill down a little deeper than that. I know about where you live. I'm not announcing it to everybody. I know about where you live. I mean, I'm talking town, cities,
Are you
that
sending a
type of
limo?
thing.
Am I getting a limo? A limo is coming here with a nice spread of food and cheese and all that. Is that what Leon's doing
Wow.
for his
Wow.
old buddy Mike?
Now, I had not thought of that. However, folks, if you're watching right now live, or even if you watch the replay, because I know a lot of people watch the replay of NRG this week, if you think I should provide transportation for Mike that has food and cheese in a limo, leave a comment that says yes, go with the full spread. If not, just say no full spread. Or just say yes, Mike should show up at racquetball. Okay, so you got a lot of things you could comment on there. Mike, on February 22nd, some of our kids will be playing in a racquetball tournament in Frederick, Maryland.
Close to me.
At
Close.
the
We're getting close.
YMCA in Frederick. I know that's close. So
Okay.
there's your invitation to come check the kids out. Again, that's racquetballrevival.com. Congratulations to the kids that were mentioned in the recent article that USA Racquetball did about our program. And we are just rocking and
What
rolling
day of
there.
the week? Do you know offhand
That's
what
a
day
that's
that
a
is?
Saturday. February
I tell you
22nd
what,
is
if
a
if
Saturday.
my schedule's open, not only will I meet you, and you don't need to send transportation. Not only will I meet you there, I will take you, Leon Thomas, out to one of my favorite restaurants in Frederick, Dutch's Daughter. You ever been there? It is
I
exquisite.
don't think I've been there, so I'm looking
I,
forward to checking it
I,
out. Looking forward to it.
absolutely.
Mike, always a pleasure to have an episode of NRG this week with you. If you're an NRG member and you'd like to be a guest on NRG this week, contact Mike. If you're a member, you know how to get in touch with him, but I'll remind you anyway. You can text him or call him at 443-756-9656. And you can email Mike at mike@networkreferralgroup.com. That's Mike at networkreferralgroup.com. Mike, I have a networking story that has to do with NRG. We don't need to mention names or anything, but I asked you about 2 weeks ago if you knew anyone that would be able to tutor one of the kids in our racquetball program.
Yeah.
And through the power of networking, through the power of NRG, Mike located a tutor that's going to soon begin working with one of the kids in the racquetball program. So, for those of you who say networking doesn't work, and how do I know that there's somebody that's going to be able to help me? See, here's the thing, you never know who you're going to meet that can help you. You never know who you're going to meet. That's one of the values of networking, but it's also extremely valuable. One of the things you should consider as you're thinking about the organizations you're going to belong to, the memberships you're going to have, NRG is one of them because Mike and everyone at NRG is here for your success. Just think about it. I said, Mike, do you know someone that can tutor? 3 days later, the answer was yes, I got somebody for you. To learn more about Network Referral Group, go to NRG.Online. Thank you, Mike, for arranging that tutor, and we'll be in
Absolutely.
touch
My
with
pleasure,
them
Leon.
next
My
next day
pleasure.
or so. So thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. We don't have any Ravens games before the next NRG this week. So with that, I'll thank our producer, Dr. Jay Rasenko, for the outstanding job he always does behind the scenes, not only here,
Absolutely.
but with our students as well. And Mike, you get the closing comments and then we'll sign off.
I am going to predict the Super Bowl right now, Leon. I'm going to say Ravens over the Lions. It's going to be a great Super Bowl. But you know what? We talked about closing. We talked about goal setting. These are really important. If you have any questions, send me a text. Reach out to me. Texting is usually the best way because I'm on so many Zooms. It's 443-756-9656. I want to thank Leon and Jay, the Leon Thomas Group. They're producing the videos for the university. It is going to be a vault of information. It's been such a joy working with Leon and Jay. These guys are truly professional. And if you need a company that can do these things for you professionally, reach out to Leon. He's amazing. We go back a minute or two. It's about 25 years now. We go back, and Leon's a class act, and I just love doing Energy This Week every single week with Leon. So I'm gonna take it and turn it back to Leon. Have a great holiday. Have a great New Year, and may 2025 be blessed with health, wealth, abundance, and don't forget 2025 is the year of manifestation. And if you don't believe it, say it 20 times until you do. Leon, back to you in Studio 54.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks for the kind words. And
Sure
everyone,
thing.
I wish you, everyone here at NRG This Week and the Leon Thomas Group, we wish you the happiest of holidays and holiday seasons and hope that your 2025 is the year of manifestation and it's the best year ever. Thanks for watching NRG This Week.